One of the things I was thinking about yesterday as we saw the second impeachment of Donald Trump is that for a guy who has been focused on being a winner, winning, 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 and wanting to be the alpha and wanting to be the big dog and wanting to be respected and all of this stuff, there's really been no bigger loser than Donald Trump from the standpoint of American presidents and what he's done to his party and what he's done to the country. Donald Trump, as we mentioned earlier, has now been impeached twice. No president has ever been impeached twice. Donald Trump lost the popular vote twice, something no president has done in more than 100 years. It has happened before, but it's been more than 100 years. Donald Trump's presidency oversaw the loss of the House of Representatives for Republicans in 2018, lost the House. Trump's mishandling of the virus has been not only historically disastrous, but it, combined with his wackiness, led Republicans to lose the Senate in 2020. And it led to Trump losing the presidential race and making himself a one-term president. Trump has been widely banned from social media for completely flouting the rules of those social media platforms. And in so doing all of this, Donald Trump has also damaged his own businesses, possibly irreparably, losing contracts with the city of New York. Many of his businesses decimated, as we've discussed, and will lead to investigations of Trump's businesses for possible financial wrongdoing. He has destroyed the reputations of his children, his son-in-law, and so many of the people around him, possibly irreparably. And all of that talk that Trump always says, no one's ever seen anything like this, like nobody's ever seen before. We've gotten used to that phrase. He's right. It's true. Trump is right about that. But unfortunately, the superlatives and unprecedented elements of this presidency are all bad. And unfortunately, a lot of the awakening that we're seeing didn't happen sooner. A lot of the damage was done by the time this partial awakening happened. But I think it's also important for us to understand that most Trumpists have not abandoned Trump. There's some good new polling data that came out. I believe it was yesterday, maybe this morning. I saw it this morning, which shows that although 10 Republican members of the House did vote to impeach Donald Trump, although some senators are saying Trump should go, Pat Toomey, for example, we've heard critical comments from Mitt Romney, and some Republican voters have abandoned Trump. By and large, Trump continues to be supported by the Republican electorate, and he continues to be seen as arguably the most dominant and important force in the Republican Party. So the idea that on Wednesday at noon, Trump becomes irrelevant to American politics or to the Republican Party, so far it doesn't appear to be that way. Yes, members of the House and Senate of the Republican Party will, as I have told you, start to distance. They will go back to saying we've got to focus on debt and deficit and religious freedom and lowering taxes and cutting regulations and all of this stuff. And they'll sort of pretend Trump never happened, or certainly that they weren't bigly supportive of it. But for now, the majority of the Republican electorate is sticking with him. And it's unclear whether there are going to be consequences and accountability for everything Donald Trump has done. Incredibly, we know that Trump still thinks he did a great job. He has weaponized his narcissism, and that's exactly why he still thinks he did a great job. He thinks none of this stuff is his fault. He believes he's the best. When Trump says, I'm the best president, I've done more than anybody else, he clearly believes it. And it shouldn't be ignored that despite all of the losing, Trump has gotten things done permanently, and all of them are bad. The judges, the court appointments, that's irreversible. Trump will leave. They will stay, continuing to damage the country. And much of that is thanks to Mitch McConnell and many of the very Republicans that are now distancing. They put in Trump's judges and justices. And the time lost with climate and the environment, there's no way to get that back. That's irreversible. We can now try to do even more to make up for it. But every lost day we never get back. But Trump's greatest act, or maybe better said, his strongest action to make America great or greater, is only 6 days away, which is going to be Donald Trump leaving office, arguably as the biggest loser to ever be the president of the United States. We'll have more on this on our Instagram page at David Pakman Show. And you can also find me on Instagram at david.pakman. One of our sponsors is Hydrant, which is a delicious fruit drink powder that you mix into water for rehydration, and they're giving you 25% off your first order. It's made with 4 key electrolytes that the body needs, powerfully supporting your hydration. Hydrant tastes great. It's made with real fruit juice. It's been a great part of my daily routine for a while now. Keeping myself hydrated puts me in a better mood. The body needs hydration for basic energy and focus, and Hydrant is the perfect way to rehydrate, especially because it's cost-effective and lower in sugar compared to all of those popular sports drinks that are out there. You really have to try it for yourself to see what I mean. It tastes great. They also have a variety called Hydrant Immunity, packed with vitamins A, B, C, and D, which is also very much worth trying. Hydrant has a full refund guarantee if you're not satisfied, and you'll get 25% off your first order when you go to drinkhydrant.com/Pakman, or just enter the code Pakman at checkout. I've put the link right underneath this video.